Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Secret Base figure preview video. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Hellboy from the 2019 movie Hellboy. Now first of all I want to say a huge thank you to Ryan Kirkwood from Mint and Sealbox Media for snapping me these pictures. Go ahead and check out Mint and Sealbox Media, the link is down in the description below. Now I did recently see Hellboy and I rather enjoyed the movie. I know a lot of critics didn't, but I did. I'll try to keep the spoilers to an absolute minimum. So first of all, taking a look at the lit up blade here. So this is the blade of the sword that is interchangeable. You can see the little peg at the bottom there that you just plug it in. I initially thought this was going to be a fiery piece that you slot over the top of the blade, but this has a more sort of translucent effect, and the same thing with this lightning effect here. I really like the look of this stuff. You can pop the lightning on top of the sword, or you can switch it out for the flaming blade, and I'm probably going to have it displayed with the flaming blade because, of course, you guessed it, I am getting this Hellboy figure. Now, you can see also there that he comes with the two horns, and we'll get a look at both in just a second. The detail looks absolutely exquisite. Now, I initially thought it was two different head sculpts. I would have liked an angry head sculpt with the horns, but, you know, nevertheless, we got one and they do switch out. You can see the pegs are rather sizable there, so you shouldn't have any issues with that. Now, the flames look like a reuse from the Ghost Rider figure, which is good to see, I guess. I mean, we are getting these flames again, and they were awesome with the Ghost Rider figure, so no complaints there. And there is the other horn for the other side, equally as well detailed. And the red looks really deep. The Ron Perlman one looked a little bit sort of translucent. I like the look of this one a little bit better. Now, he comes with two guns. This, I don't think, is the Good Samaritan. I think this is the gun that he started off with the movie having in his possession. It looks really awesome though, and I would assume a few pieces will be moving on that. And he does come with a couple of bracelets to have on his hand there, as well as it looks like some rosary beads. Now, I'm not too familiar with the Hellboy mythology, but I did enjoy all the films, the Ron Perlman ones, and this new David Harbour interpretation. Now, you can see it comes with a bunch of hands as well, one of which has the hands all wrapped up in something. You're about to get a better look at that in just a second. As you can see, that looks like to be a rosary as well. Now, the actual right hand of Doom looks to be a little bit orange/brown colored here. Don't worry, in person, Ryan assured me that it is more of a reddish color, and it does look the way it did in the film. They did a really good job, and it was mostly practical in terms of the way they did it on film. And you can see it has a very nice rock texture to it. Now, in the way they did in the film, it looked like there were only two swap-out hand versions. The fingers didn't move that often, and I think when they did, they were sort of puppeteered by David Harbour himself. Now, here is the crown. Now, Ryan did do me a favor and ask the Secret Base staff how it actually attached to the head sculpt. They said they had no idea. They assume it's going to be some sort of clear peg system that pegs on. I thought it was going to be magnets. We'll have to wait and see. I don't even think Hot Toys knows how to do it, because in the photos they use Photoshop. That's what at least they told Ryan when he asked them the question. Now, he also does come with his BPRD shirt here. It looks a little bit dusty, a little bit dirtied up, and I quite like that. It looks to be a tank top as well. I don't know if it was a t-shirt or a tank top in the film. I didn't really pay that close attention. Now, the boots do look like they are sculpted pieces initially, but I think they are actually leather boots with real laces. I can't really tell from the pictures, unfortunately. We'll have to wait and see it when it comes in person. Now, taking a look at the pants, they do look like just regular cargo pants. I guess nothing too special about those, but they are equally well done as the rest of the outfit. And you can see the right hand of Doom here holding the sword. So it looks like he comes with three hands, not two like I initially said. So he can hold the sword in his hand as well, with the flaming effect all lit up, which is awesome. And here is a closer look at the sword. The blade looks like it has a little bit of chipping along the side, so it does look like a real used metal sword. Not going to give anything away as to the origin of this sword. You'll have to go and see the film if you want to find that out, but it does look really awesome. I love the fact that they included it with this figure. And this, I believe, is the Good Samaritan. This is the gun that his father gives to him, and it is a really, really nicely detailed piece. It already looks like the actual barrel piece does open up, so you can insert the bullets, hopefully, and it does look really awesome. And you can see how detailed the belt is on this piece. It's got all the inscriptions all over the pouches, and it does look like a real leather or pleather vinyl sort of piece, and I love the way that it looks. It looks really, really cool. This is one of the most annoying things about the Hellman figure that I got, was trying to assemble the belt, but this will come all put together and you'll have no worries, and it'll look damn awesome straight out of the box. Now, taking a look at the upper torso, when I was talking to Zach and the team about the possibility of these new Hellboy figures, I was hoping that we'd get a rubber torso but articulated arms. Alas, Hot Toys went with a fully rubber torso and rubber arms. Hopefully it doesn't have too many cracking issues or any bending issues or anything like that over time. I really wish they'd gone with articulated arms. I mean, we could have posed it up in awesome poses and left it for a long period of time. As it is, I feel like a lot of people are just going to have him standing straight up and down, which is not a bad thing because he's incredibly imposing. However, I do wish that they'd gone with those articulated arms, as I just said, so we could have got some badass poses for a long period of time. I know I'm going to be really, really careful with mine because I don't want to destroy the actual body. And with that Thanos figure having the paint rubbing off the actual arms, you're not going to want to mess around with this too terribly much with fear of the paint and the details sort of rubbing off. Now, taking a look at the figure as a whole piece here, it looks absolutely awesome. They have nailed the look from head to toe of this David Harbour interpretation of Hellboy. I'm actually really liking the look of David Harbour as Hellboy. Here is the head sculpt. It looks more demonic than the Ron Perlman one. You could definitely see more Ron Perlman, if you know what I mean, in that original Hellboy. This looks like a more sort of evil version. I know a lot of people are saying they don't like that. He's supposed to be a likable hero, but I absolutely love the way this looks. And the stumps on his head do look really nice. There is a separation, which I think is, you know, it looks more natural because they are separate pieces that are growing out of his head anyway. So that separation is obviously because the horns can become detached from the head sculpt. And I love the sunken in eyes. They really give that skull sort of look to it. And the hair as well. I love the way that they've gone with sculpted hair instead of rooted hair, because that means it's captured this look directly from a moment in the film. There's not going to be hair flying everywhere, and it's going to be unsort of tameable. This is a much, much cleaner way of doing it. It means that you're going to have that set look from that specific scene in the film, and it's not going to go sort of out of place and look funky or frizz out or anything like that. I much prefer them going with sculpted hair. So overall, this piece is looking really, really good, and I didn't expect anything less from Hot Toys. I really did enjoy this interpretation of Hellboy. David Harbour brought a great presence to the role. He had a really deep, grumbly sort of voice that suited the character perfectly, in my opinion. I know a lot of people really wanted to see Ron Perlman coming back and playing Hellboy in this next film, but I don't think they've done the fans a disservice at all by getting David Harbour, and this figure looks absolutely amazing. I do hope that Hot Toys does fulfill their promise of delivering a line of figures from the film, because there was another look for Hellboy, obviously towards the end of the film. I won't give anything away, but there was another look for him, and there were also a bunch of other characters which I would like to see from this film. However, it didn't do very critically well, and I don't know if it's going to do financially well either. So we'll have to wait and see if Hot Toys will actually do that, or just release this Hellboy and call it a day. Either way, I'm going to be happy because this looks like a damn awesome piece. I'm definitely going to get it, and I definitely think you guys should definitely check it out as well. I've said definitely about 3 or 4 times now. Check it out. It's one hell of a good looking figure. Now, I want to say a huge thank you once again to Ryan Kirkwood for snapping me these pictures. Minted Steel Box Media is the place to find him, and a bunch more content, including Day Zero figure reviews from Hot Toys out of Secret Base in Hong Kong. So definitely check them out. Justin's Collector Group is the link down in the description below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.